We are here at Calvert and Associates in Mountain Brook, and with me is Adam Calvert, one of the founders of Calvert and Associates. And share with us a little bit about the history of Calvert and Associates and how you've really been in this community for a very long time helping families, right?
Right, yes. This is about my 30th year.
Wow.
So I came to Birmingham to go to school at UAB, and then I married Mandy and we just stayed. The first part of my career I was a registered play therapist, so I worked with children. I worked at the Alabama Baptist Children's Home, Pathways Counseling. They had just started that program. From there, I started my own practice a few years later, but I would contract with various counseling agencies in the area as their play therapist.
Right.
And then, I guess, I don't remember the exact date now, but at some point I was kind of aging out of being a play therapist, and I just had a son and I didn't want to do play therapy at home and at work. So, and about that time, the certification in sexual addiction recovery was really taking hold. So I studied that and I went to the training and got my certification. I think at that point in time there were only 4 of us in Alabama.
Oh, wow.
And so I transitioned from working with children to working with guys and families dealing with sexual brokenness, sexual addiction. And so then my practice just kind of took off. And I contracted with various agencies for several years, and then I ended up being at Wellspring Christian Clinic for many of those years. And then about 10 years ago, I hung my own shingle. And originally it was just supposed to be Mandy and I running it. Mandy's my wife. She manages the practice, and she is now a life coach as well. But over time, it has grown.
Yes.
And so now we are, I think we have 10 therapists. We just hired 3 more. My thought is now we're at a point where we can really help every member of the family.
All areas of expertise.
All areas of the family. I'm a trauma specialist, and so I deal a lot with deep trauma. Michelle Jennings, who is with us, she does a lot of deep trauma work with spouses. I'll work with the husband, she works with the spouse. And over time, that's grown, so we've added therapists to help with that. And now we have a play therapist who works with children. We have 2 other therapists that work with older teens and young adults that are all impacted with some type of traumatic event in their family.
Gotcha.
So now, if someone calls, we can touch every member, or we can reach every member of the family about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I know that like a collaborative process is really important to you, and really how you established the practice and then actually how you run it. So how have you seen that to be effective in helping families in our community?
Well, I think because I've been here so long, I know a lot of therapists, and Birmingham is blessed with some incredible therapists. I mean, there's some amazing people helping other people. And so over the years, I've gotten to know them, and so if someone contacts us but there's another therapist that would be a better fit, then we collaborate. Or if I have a specialty and this other therapist has a specialty, then we'll collaborate on, working together to help.
The treatment plan.
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever is going to be the most helpful for the person coming in. Now, as my practice has grown, as our practice has grown, we can collaborate within our own group as well.
Right.
And so we meet weekly for supervision. We meet, often to go over cases that we're sharing, and so we really stay connected. And I collaborate with other therapists a few times a week. We'll make contact with, clients that we're sharing, just to make sure we're all on the same page. So it's been a wonderful experience.
I was going to say it's a really exciting time to see the practice grow as it has, and then to be able to have that collaboration with so many people within your own practice.
It goes much more smoothly that way. And then it keeps us fresh as well and connected, and we check on each other. So, because we carry a lot of things, and it can get heavy. And so having that collaborative experience also is not just about the client, it's also about helping us stay aware of our own.
Well, and to be the best counselors you can be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, October is Mental Health Awareness Month, and just wondered, in terms of from your perspective, are there any key facts that you might want families to know about when it comes to mental health concerns?
What I have noticed the most is, like, we don't know ourselves very well. We will pay attention to everyone else and make sure everyone else is okay, but we won't check on ourselves. And so with people that I work with, I really encourage them to actually notice themselves. It's like having my board, notice, know, and need. So kind of notice what's going on inside of you. Information comes into that right part of our brain, so to speak, where our emotions are. Then it goes to through our brain stem to hit our body. Then the information goes into the logical side of our mind. And so if you're not aware of that, if you don't really know how you're feeling, or you don't know where it's located in your body, and you don't know what you're thinking, then you're not very congruent.
Right.
And so the goal that I work with more closely is getting to know that aspect. What am I feeling? Where is it located in my body? And what am I thinking? And if those things line up, then you're going to stay more steady, more congruent, more balanced to deal with whatever's going on out here. And so as we enter into this month of mental health awareness, just staying aware of self and your mental, meaning emotion, body, and mind, the thoughts, having all of that is the mental aspect.
Absolutely.
That's what I want to encourage. Just to notice
well,
yourself.
and part of what your counseling practice does, though, is like, because for a lot of us, we aren't there when it comes to really knowing ourselves. So it helps you to walk through that, right?
Right.
Well, if people want to learn more about the practice, or possibly coming to see one of your counselors, what's the best way to connect?
The website is calvertandassociates.com. They can go that route, or they can call the office, 205-918-6161. Mandy will answer the phone. She's amazing to navigate what needs and where a good fit will be.
So I know you have a lot of different areas of expertise with your counseling team, but one in particular relates to trauma, right?
Right.
Tell us a little more about that.
So when there is a type of sexual brokenness in a family, layers of trauma actually occur, and one of those is betrayal trauma.
Okay.
So in this, for example, if there is a sexual brokenness in a family, the wife may experience what we call betrayal trauma. Not only is the issue with what is happening with the marriage in place, but anything in the past that may have been similar hurt to the wife is now brought forward.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of extra energy, there's a lot of intensity, and which is basically post-traumatic stress. And so in that, we work with the spouse to help navigate the intensity of the trauma, to really learn to separate what is past trauma that needs to be worked on, that has been brought up, and the present trauma. So we really work at it in different ways. And depending on what needs to be worked on first, let's say there's a lot of past trauma, well, that needs to be really worked on and healing around before we can even do the trauma around the present day.
Gotcha.
And so sometimes it takes a little longer with betrayal trauma. It just depends on the person. Now with men, a lot of men are also betrayed, and their betrayal trauma process is actually very different than the woman's betrayal trauma response. And that is actually a newer concept. A lot of the early books written for men who have been betrayed have been normed based on the research how women are betrayed.
Interesting.
And so one of our therapists here, Michael Hoy, he is actually in a research project now and creating information and dialogue on actually how men respond to betrayal trauma when they have been betrayed. And so we are, he is working to develop protocols and more accurate information on what needs to happen to help men heal who have been betrayed.
Wow.
So those are some things we're doing here.
Really important. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thanks for asking.